there too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
It's Hunger Action Month, so click share below to pass along this video and play your role in ending hunger.
No, what'd she say?
She said whatever.
No, she says that all the time.
What's that?
Hello? I'm on the phone. Mom, I'm on the phone! Hello? I'm on the phone.
Who's this? It's me. I'm on the phone. Mom.
Oh, you're on the phone. All right. Sorry. Anyway.
Who are you talking to? Kelly?
Mom.
All right.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
I'd like to drop out of high school and get a meaningless job that makes me feel bad about myself.
I'd like to fall victim to the old boys network.
I don't want anybody to notice me.
I just want to fly under the radar. I want to splatter against the glass ceiling. I don't have an opinion.
I want to be a straight C student.
I'm going to be a biomedical engineer. I want to succumb to peer pressure all of my life.
I'm going to be a best-selling author and win the National Book Award.
I'm going to be a marine biologist.
Wait, I take mine back. I'm going to be a biomedical engineer.
I think I'll be the president.
I'm going to be Secretary of State.
World-class chef, right here.
Race car driver.
Artist. Paleontologist.
Film director.
Surgeon. Teacher. Scientist. Olympian.
I'm going to be the boss.
Welcome back to The West Wing. I couldn't resist. Love that theme. As a matter of fact, I thought about rewatching the entire series once again on Netflix. Welcome back to Studio 26 on this Wednesday morning as we roll on through the program. And you're probably going, gee, I wonder what's going on today in the world. Well, I'm glad you asked, because I happen to know. And it's time for a little segment I like to call What's Trending. So let's cue that music, and away we go.
Open Gangnam Style.
And here are the things you need to know on this Wednesday as you head about to your break room or to the water cooler or to the break room, as the case might be. It is National Custodial Worker Day, so thank your building janitor for all the hard work that they do, or more importantly, for the work that they don't do. In news attack this morning, for the first time next summer, JetBlue will begin offering first-class seating. JetBlue, first-class seating. You know what that means? You'll no longer have to bring your own seatbelt. And find out how smart your dog is. Finally, there's a way to prove how much of a genius your dog is. Dognition. Are you kidding? Dognition. That's right, Dognition is a website that determines how empathetic your dog is, how clever it is at solving problems, and how much it actually understands what you're saying. Each dog is then assigned a personality trait that can be compared to other dogs of similar age, size, and breeds. Of course, do you really need a website to tell you that your dog is a genius? I think Gunther was a genius. Well, except for the times that he ran around the house trying to find me when I was on the radio, but that's a true story there. Go back to the first episode of First Cup and you'll get the story. I think that's when I told it. When you're most likely to hit a deer. Let's see, probably when you're behind the wheel of a car going down a country road and a deer jumps out in front of you. That's when you're most likely to hit a deer. Seems that new data out this week shows that drivers in West Virginia are the most likely in the country to hit a deer during their vehicular travels. Vehicular travels. That could apply to anything with wheels. Well, West Virginia drivers hit more deer, followed by drivers in Montana and then Iowa. The data comes from State Farm. Well, who are we to dispute this State Farm, huh? Oh, that's the wrong ad. And finally, speaking of Montana, eating roadkill has just now been legalized in Montana. I thought that was the way of life up there. Well, Montana passed a new law that legalizes eating roadkill. Residents argued that the useful meat should not be wasted even if it was killed accidentally by a car or truck. People are now legally allowed to collect and eat animals along the side of the road in Montana. The law went into effect yesterday. Well, that reminds me, next time I go vacationing, I'm going to Montana. So at least if I hit an animal up there, I can take it with me and eat it. I'm sure there are other people in other states that do that, but I don't know any of them. And finally, some of the things you need to know. The Mississippi State Fair is running from now through Sunday, October 13th in Jackson, Mississippi. So if you happen to be down in Jackson or in Mississippi, might want to stop on by their state fair. And coming up tomorrow, a reminder. Excuse me. Woo, that was not pretty. Since I sneezed once, I'm probably going to sneeze again. Seems to be a family trait. My dad could never just sneeze once because, Ed, here it comes. Oh, I feel better now. Always 2 or 3 times. It never fails. Anyway, tomorrow is National Virus Appreciation Day. So if you get infected with a virus, make sure you appreciate it, and you can do so tomorrow, because October 3rd is National Virus Appreciation Day. I assume it means the kind that invades your body. I wonder if it means the kind that invades your computer. Perhaps we'll find out tomorrow. And those are things you need to know on this hump day. Now let's take a look at the latest in news headlines this morning.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And we'll have more news in just a few minutes for you. Rather, I'll have more news for you in just a few minutes from the CBS World News Desk and the World News Roundup. In the meantime, yesterday the House failed to pass its latest spending bills. The Republican-led House attempted and failed to pass legislation to fund the District of Columbia, Veterans Affairs, and national parks. Republicans and Democrats continued to bicker back and forth as up to 800,000 federal workers faced furlough of their paychecks. And Obamacare plagued by glitches on the first day. In its first day, the Affordable Care Act's website was plagued by glitches. Yesterday, Americans began logging into healthcare.gov to sign up for health insurance on the new state exchanges created by the Affordable Care Act. As a matter of fact, by 7 o'clock yesterday morning Eastern Time, more than 1 million people had logged on to the site, causing it to crash for a time and frustrating users. And finally, the Jacksonville airport was evacuated due to suspicious packages. The Jacksonville airport was evacuated yesterday because of suspicious packages. It was not yet clear what was in the packages, but one was found in the garage and one in a terminal. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Department bomb squad responded to the airport. As of last night, airport officials were not willing to address Wednesday's flight status. That, by the way, I assume is Jacksonville, Florida. Certainly wouldn't be Jacksonville, Missouri. There's nothing there. Even the Highway 63 doesn't go through there anymore. And that, my friends, is a brief look at news headlines on this hump day. Now we're going to take a look at the weather forecast for the United States of America and get the music loaded for that in just a moment. But first we're going to take a look at the weather forecast for the Kirksville, Missouri region, which is calling for some inclement weather heading our way later this week. As a matter of fact, by this time Friday, we could be inundated with some showers and thunderstorms. Some details on that in just a few seconds as I pull up my weather tap info here on the old Nook. So bear with me for just a moment. It'll only take a couple of seconds. Okay, click on weather tap, and then we'll wait for the thing to load, wait for the thing to load, wait for the thing to load, wait for the thing to load. I have some whole music for this somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Just a moment. Okay, hold. See if it'll come up. Yep, there it is. Okay. This is a little music bed that I put together just for situations like this, okay? So bear with me for just a moment. And now it won't load. Okay, there we go. Alright, I should have thought about that beforehand. This is from Star Trek. It's like watching a washing machine throw a towel around or something, isn't it? Or a dryer. Can you picture that? Okay, well, that won't get annoying. Try to get that out of your head for the rest of the day. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. Now the weather loaded. Actually, it loaded long before that cart came up. I just wanted to play that sound bed. Okay, take a look at the weather forecast. Well, I thought I was ready. Please, I don't want to play that god-awful music again. Okay, why is this thing acting like a Windows computer? Alright, well, that's the wrong one. Okay, let's back this up. Okay, come on, machine. Come on. You know, I put this up so that I wouldn't have to fight a computer, but you're just as bad as my netbook computer. Yeah, this is live podcasting at its best. I'll tell you what, screw that. I'll read the weather forecast from the Weather Channel for all of the United States, and then hopefully by that time, this thing will have woken up, alright?
Winter weather warning right now. Here's a live look at the Fox 6 snow stick. This is out on the weather dick.
And take a look at the weather forecast for the United States of America for this hump day. A winter storm arrives. Starting off in the west, a strong disturbance moving through the Gulf of Alaska arrives in the Pacific Northwest with more rain and mountain snow for today. Rain up to 1 inch is possible in the lower elevations, while snow of 6 to 12 inches may fall in the higher peaks in the Cascades. Elsewhere out west, that system becomes a significant winter storm as it pushes through the northern and central parts of the Rockies tomorrow and Friday. Snow accumulation of 1 to 2 feet are possible in the mountain areas of Idaho, West and South Montana, as well as Wyoming. Accumulating snow is likely in the lower elevations of Wyoming. Some snow accumulation is possible in the foothills to the west and northwest of Denver. It remains mostly sunny and warm across the southwest. Here in the Midwest, rain, showers, and thunderstorms will increase across the region over the next few days. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible in the eastern parts of the Dakotas, East Nebraska, northwest Iowa, and west Minnesota for today. A few stronger thunderstorms producing gusty winds and hail are possible from southeast South Dakota through eastern Nebraska. Another area of showers and thunderstorms is possible in the lower Ohio Valley and middle Mississippi Valley for today. Rain and thunderstorms are likely across the majority of the region tomorrow, with the potential of severe thunderstorms from southeast Minnesota southwest to northeastern Kansas. Damaging wind gust and hail are the primary threats tomorrow, but an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Showers and thunderstorms remain likely across the plains, Mississippi Valley, and the Great Lakes for Friday. And severe thunderstorms are possible from central and southern Michigan to eastern Kansas, with the potential for a small tornado outbreak from southern Wisconsin to Iowa. Colder air blows in behind the storm, potentially changing the rain over to snow Friday night and Saturday in the Dakotas and northwest Minnesota. It will be warm before the cold air arrives, with highs generally in the 70s and 80s. In the south, it remains dry and warm for the majority of the region through Friday. Main exceptions will be the lower Mississippi Valley and east Gulf Coast and Florida, where scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely all day. High temperatures should be in the 80s to lower 90s, with most areas in the 70s in and near the southern Appalachians. Residents along the Gulf Coast should keep an eye out for a tropical disturbance in the northwest part of the Caribbean Sea, or Caribbean, depending on your pronunciation and your preference there. The disturbance has the potential to develop with a tropical depression or tropical storm as it moves through the Gulf of Mexico during the latter part of the week and weekend. And finally, some of the Weather Channel models take the potential tropical storm to the central Gulf Coast Friday or through the weekend. Finally, in the northeast, warm and dry conditions are expected to prevail through the area through Friday. A few pop-up showers and thunderstorms are possible near the eastern part